Oh, Cinder Shadow, we meet again. How you doing? Dude, this dude has he's still talking shit about Baldur's Gate 3, and now he's come up with a new thing to target Baldur's Gate 3 about, which is an individual on Xbox has recorded clips of various explicit things in Baldur's Gate 3 and had his account banned. Now, you would think he'd make this video, bashing Microsoft for this, because it seems like this is Xbox is doing and not Larian Studios, right? I mean, he wouldn't be stupid enough to subtly point the finger at Larian, right? He's not that dumb, is he? Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's all be brave today and venture forth and react to Cinder Shadow's video, well, his news video, talking about a person getting his account banned for recording explicit clips of Baldur's Gate 3. Let's be brave.
I'm a brave boy.
Oh, Baldur's Gate 3, isn't that the game of the year? Steam just released their game of the year, all their awards that they're giving out there for Baldur's Gate 3. Of course, it's up there at the top of the list. And, well, where does this really lie with the game? Well, it makes it the game of the year, but is it really the game of the year?
Not a brave enough boy for this!
Dude, really, are you still in denial about Baldur's Gate 3 winning game of the year? Dude, it won game of the year. It's fine. Get over it. Time to move on. You said in your live streams that you want to move on from this situation. 2024 is this whole new year, but you still want to do these hell takes about Baldur's Gate 3. I don't understand where your end goal of this is, because all you've been doing recently is just talking major shit about Baldur's Gate 3 without you even playing it. It's mind-boggling to me that you were still going on about this. Yes, it won game of the year, bro. Get the hell over it.
Recently, I'm now seeing posts of a Xbox user that is now being banned for sharing some of the scenes from Baldur's Gate 3 over explicit content. Well, I kind of saw this last night. It was propping up. Now the news articles are making the rounds, so I'm like, you know what? I better make a video on this.
I just find it really interesting that, again, as I said in the beginning of the video, you seem to only make videos when it comes to negative media pieces about Baldur's Gate 3. It really is interesting that you only want to point out the negatives, but you never say anything positive. Could it be that you have some sort of major hate boner for Baldur's Gate 3 for the explicit sex scenes that have been pointed out to you are completely fucking optional, but you choose to ignore it because, well, I don't like that stuff in my video games, but yet you continue to consume things like Cyberpunk 2077. I guarantee you like things like The Witcher 3, or hell, even Mass Effect, which has explicit scenes, just like Baldur's Gate 3. And unlike, well, I will say Mass Effect is optional, but unlike Cyberpunk, every single sex scene in Baldur's Gate 3, every single romance in Baldur's Gate 3 is completely optional, but you choose to ignore that fact.
Xbox user gets banned for recording Baldur's Gate 3 companions in the buff. So, goes out in the middle of the woods in the game, they have a romantic relationship, and he hits the record button on the Xbox, and Xbox then turns around and gives them a bunch of warnings and bans and all this other things saying this is not safe content.
Well, no shit, it's not safe content, bro. They're playing a rated M game. It's meant for ages 17 and up. But this video should be pointing the finger at Xbox, because as the article as you stated, it was Xbox that put the ban on him, not the game. It is Xbox's fault. It is not Baldur's Gate 3's fault because it has mature content, even though it's a rated mature fucking game. This is Xbox's fuck up. Maybe instead of trying to point the finger at Baldur's Gate, maybe try pointing your finger at the person that did it, which was Xbox.
game is not safe for this type of content, and it's not surprising because Xbox, or Microsoft in this case, is saying, we don't want this on our servers. Well, and this got posted to Reddit, I've seen it on Twitter, I've seen it everywhere in the last few hours here. Xbox users do not record game clips of this game. I gotta say, stuff like Cyberpunk 2077, it's a game I've been playing on the channel off and on. I've moved on to a Zelda game at the moment, but there are certain scenes that do come up where there is romantic relationships, and I take it off the stream because I don't want that to go forward on YouTube, because that's not the type of content I want on this channel.
Okay, so all the time he's been claiming he will not be playing Baldur's Gate 3 due to the explicit content in this game. However, he just brought Cyberpunk, and he's like, oh, when I play it, I put the explicit stuff off of the stream. Why can't you do that for Baldur's Gate 3? Sinner, did you know that the game also has a streamer mode, which removes all the explicit stuff? It still has romance scenes, but it quickly cuts away and it removes all the nudity in Baldur's Gate 3. I bet you didn't know that, but you probably did, and for some reason you refuse to play the game because you have this massive hate boner for Baldur's Gate 3. I don't understand why you hate this game as much as you do. But back to the original point. Again, it says, you said Xbox put the ban on them. Again, this is purely an Xbox thing. This is not a Larian Studios thing, nor is this a Baldur's Gate 3 thing. I don't know why you're not titling this video that Xbox fucked up, but no, it's because of course it's because Baldur's Gate 3 is too explicit, right? It's too explicit. It's an adult game. No shit, it's rated M for mature, dude. Like what the fuck did you expect?
Now, it seems he took 3 clips, or he got 3 warnings here. First became a 4-day suspension, then it became a 22-day suspension, and now, because this year is a leap year, it's a 366-day suspension. The user goes on to state that now he no longer will be able to access his Modern Warfare 3 account over the situation.
I don't know, man. To me, it kind of seems like this Xbox might save that dude from accessing Modern Warfare 3 content. I mean, I wish Xbox would do that to me. I don't want to play Modern Warfare 3 anymore. The game's fucking ass, bro.
I has attempted to appeal it, but he had an update on there. Xbox Safety Case Review replied on all 3 issues. After reviewing your inquiry, we have found the enforcement to be warranted. I really hope someone in a position of influence can remediate this. And of course, this is sparking an online backlash. If you go on Twitter, if you go into these subreddits, you see a lot of people saying this is unfair and all these other things. But this is the game that they've put out in front of us. This is the Baldur's Gate 3. This is the game that's being hailed as Game of the Year. They're putting it up there, and it has explicitly sexual content in it, and that is why it's rated 18A. Anything that's rated 18A in a Microsoft Terms of Service in this case is probably going to get flagged entirely, and that is one of the main reasons here. It sucks the guy's losing his account for a year for a feature that's part of the Xbox system, in all honesty. So do they hold a little bit here, or is Larian Studios just taking the cake and saying, you know what, we put it in there, we gave you everything, now eat it too?
Oh, somebody kill me, please! Somebody kill me, please!
Oh, why? Why? Just why? So now this dude is saying it's because of the Baldur's Gate 3 content that this dude got banned. Huh. I mean, if that's the case, then again, it's on Xbox. That this is all Xbox's fault this dude got banned. This is not Baldur's Gate 3's fault. This is not Larian's fault. This is fucking Xbox. I don't know why this is hard for you to comprehend. This is Xbox. Okay, they're the ones who made the decision to ban him. Okay, did Larian Studios go up to the fucking offices of Microsoft and be like, hey, you know that guy right there that recorded a penis in our game on his Xbox? Yeah, ban him. Completely ban him. Oh, we want him gone. No. This is on Xbox, bro. Again, you're trying to point the finger at Baldur's Gate because you're like, oh, it's because this game allows all this explicit fucking content in it, when for one, all those explicit scenes are completely optional, and 2, there's actually an option in Baldur's Gate 3 to actually turn off all that stuff, where the sex scenes turn into a quick cut, where the nudity is turned off. It's called streamer mode. This is all optional. Dude, stop trying to point the finger at Baldur's Gate every fucking chance you get because you have a hate boner for it, and just say, yeah, this is all an Xbox. This isn't really the developer's fault. This is purely an Xbox problem. But you don't do that.
And it's a bit unnerving to think Xbox is lying in wait with a potential ban for accidentally recording a random NPC in the buff. Here's the thing, he didn't accidentally record, he was recording to share. He was doing this because he found it funny. He was doing this because the game is explicitly sexual. Hopefully, Daddy Vegas, which is the user that got banned, doesn't actually have to wait a year long to play an online game, though at least you have something in common with Jahira, actor Tracy Wells, who recently was banned from YouTube for saying the word Spectre a whole lot. This is where the game is. This is part of the reason why I don't think I'll be playing Baldur's Gate 3, because of things like this. Because if Xbox is going to sit there and ban you just for recording certain clips that people want to record apparently, then how is this game even safe to play?
So you don't play this game because of all the mature shit in it, but you'll happily play Cyberpunk. Oh, okay. So I brought this up in the last video, but I never went into detail. There is a sex scene in Cyberpunk that is completely non-optional and non-skippable, and it's where it's a Johnny Silverhand section. I'm not going to go into details about it, but that cutscene is purely non-optional and non-skippable. But he'll play Cyberpunk and just say, oh, I'll stream it, but I'll just take that stuff off the stream. But he refuses to play Baldur's Gate 3 and do the same thing, or just turn on streamer mode. See, this is what I'm talking about. This dude unnecessarily hates Baldur's Gate 3. He doesn't give off any other reasons why he hates the game other than its explicit content. See, this is why I just think he's purely just hating the game and hate on it, because he has no other criticisms than that. But to point the finger at Baldur's Gate, because it lets you do all these things as saying, oh, it's this game's fault that Xbox banned him. No, it is Xbox's fault that Xbox banned him. It is not Baldur's Gate's fault. It is not Larian's fault. It is Xbox's fault. So stop trying to subtly point the finger at Baldur's Gate, because it gives you player choice and it has mature scenes in it in a rated M game, and just say, you know what, Xbox shouldn't have done that. You know, the game's rated mature. You know, they shouldn't be doing that. No, you point the finger at Baldur's Gate because, oh, it's just overly sexual. Dude, really? You play Cyberpunk and you say that? Dude, wow.
For a game of the year that's being held up like a statue right now, there's a lot of details that come with it. There's a lot of excess baggage with this game, and apparently they just can't help themselves but to rub it out on themselves with the bans that completely come along. This is what you paid for, right? This is your AAA title of $100 million invested is into jiggle physics of the crotch. And Microsoft going, we don't want this on our servers, so please don't record the clips.
Okay, so let me get this straight here. So Larian is now rubbing dirt on themselves and getting bad publicity because Xbox is banning players for recording clips from their game. So that's now Larian's fault? I'm sorry. Dude, this blindly hating of a game that you never played needs to fucking stop. I understand this is your channel and shit, but dude, this video just shows that you don't know what the fuck you're talking about half the time. Anytime there's a small little negative article about Baldur's Gate, you report on it because you have this massive hate boner for the game for no reason other than the explicit sex scenes that are in Baldur's Gate 3, which again can be turned off and are completely optional. Dude, even my friend Death has a reason to hate the game. It's not his style of the game. He didn't like the mechanics. At least I can say he fucking played it. You didn't. You have no excuse not to play it. You play Cyberpunk on stream, which has even more explicit sex scenes in the game compared to Baldur's Gate. And at least with Baldur's Gate, you can turn on streamer mode and it completely removes it. You have no fucking excuse. You just want to shit on this game for whatever fucking reason I will never understand. Dude, it's time to stop, okay? This is not Larian's fault this shit happened. This is on Xbox. Xbox put the ban out there. The only thing Larian did was craft a game that they thought was really great, and it turned out to be really great. People are enjoying it. It is on Xbox. It is their fault. It is Xbox's fault that that ban happened because they're the one who put the ban in place. And you want to sit there and say, oh, this is the game that you hold up like a statue and this and that. Dude, the reason why people do that is because this game is going back to what RPGs should fucking be. This is the next step in RPGs. The amount of player freedom this game gives you is unfathomable. This is why people hold this game to such high regards. It is you that seem to shit on people called them snowflakes for liking the fucking game. Dude, you're a fucking grown ass man. Grow the hell up, dude. You're an adult, okay? Stop shitting on a game you have never fucking played and just talk about other shit. You said in your live streams that 2024 is a new year, you're moving past it, but you're still keeping it going with your bad fucking takes. Dude, I'm going to say this for the last time. This is not Larian's fault that this happened. All because they let you do whatever the fuck you want in this game does not mean this is Larian's fucking fault. They didn't go to Microsoft and be like, hey, you know that guy that recorded the penis, the little jiggle mechanic that we put into physics for the penis? Yeah, give him a year-long ban. Yeah, that'll teach him, right? Dude, stop. It was on Xbox, not Larian. All Larian did was make an RPG, and you're pointing the finger at them like they did some shit. Grow up, dude. Stop blindly hating. Cut it out. I am Celtic Reviews. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time.